Good morning students. So welcome to business studies class. So far we are studying about the banking system or the banking. So we are in the fourth chapter, that is business services. So in this business services chapter we have studied what's the meaning of services, then what's the meaning of business services. So then we studied what's the features or characteristics of services. So then we studied various types of services. As you know, we have different types of services. We have some business services, we have some social services, then personal services. So under types of services, we have three types of services, that is social services, business services and personal services. So in this chapter, we are studying only the business services concept. So we are excluding both the personal and social services. So in this chapter we are studying business services. So then under business services, as you know, we have plenty of services. We have the banking system, we have the insurance, then warehousing, transportation and communication. So these are all the important business services. Now I repeat, as you know, we have three types of services. So first one, business services, second one, it is a social services, then third one, personal services. Again under business services, we have banking services, insurance, warehousing, transportation and communication. So we already finished the first one. The first services, the business services, that is the banking. So in that banking concept, we have studied what's the meaning of banking or the bank. Then we studied how many types of banks are there, how many types of banks are there in India, then which is the prime or supreme bank in India. So then we have studied the functions of banking. So what is the main function or the main purpose of setting up a bank? That is the concept we have studied in our previous classes. So in today's class we are going to study next business services, that is insurance. So we have studied first one, that is banking services. Under business services, first one banking, second one insurance. I repeat, we have three types of services, that is business services, second one social services, third one personal services. So in this chapter, for the first year PU students, you have only one service, that is business services. Under business services again we have banking, then insurance, then transport, warehousing and communication. That's the matter. So under business services, first one banking, now second one that is insurance. Now what is the meaning of insurance? As you know, so all of us have the insurance, maybe the life insurance or the vehicle insurance or the property insurance. So we have the crop insurance. We have plenty of insurance policy nowadays, isn't it? We have the plenty of insurance. So we are hearing in day-to-day life, that is the insurance. So now what's the meaning of insurance? So insurance means that is the contract or agreement between the two parties. Here one party, they promises to compensate other insured party for the premium paid by the insured. That's what you call meaning of insurance. Now I repeat, so what is the meaning of insurance? It's an agreement between two parties or the contract between two parties. In these two parties, one party, they promises to compensate or provide compensation to the other party. In return, the premium paid by the insured. Now what are the two parties in the insurance policy or the insurance? So here insurer and insured. Now I repeat, What's the meaning of insurance? That's a contract or agreement between two parties. In these two parties, one party they promises to compensate the loss of insured or loss of other party. Now, what are the two parties in our insurance? So, first one, that is the insurer, second one, insured. So, they are the two parties involved in insurance. So, now we can call it them as two parties in the insurance. So, insurance means agreement between two parties. Here, two parties, insurer and insured. Agreement between insurer and insured. Then here insurer promises to pay compensation to the insured. In return, insured has to pay the premium to the insurer. So that is the meaning. Now come to one example. Here X and Rama or the Ram. X is insurance company, Rama is an individual. So now X is a insurer. Insurer is an insurer, it's a company. The company which gives insurance policy, it is called insurer. So X is an insurer. Now when you come to Rama, whose risk is insured, then is called insured. Or the person who takes insurance policy from the insurer, then he is called as insured. So in our example, Rama is an insured party. X is an insurance company, insurer. So now X is the company, they promise us to pay the compensation to the insured, to the Rama. In return, Rama has to pay the premium as a consideration to the company or to the X. It is the meaning of insurance. Okay. Now I conclude what is the meaning and two parties of insurance. What is the meaning of insurance? That is a contract or agreement between insured and insurer. Here the insurer, they promise us to pay compensation to the insured party for any loss. In return, insured party has to pay the premium as a consideration. Now, what is the meaning of policy? What is the meaning of policy? Here, policy means what? The written agreement between insurer and insured is called a policy. So, when we sign the insurance policy, then we get one policy, isn't it? That is the agreement, the written agreement between the insurer and insured is called a policy. Now, come to next concept. What are the functions of insurance? So, what's the purpose of having the insurance? The first one, the insurance, it provides certainty, it provides guarantee. Insurance, when you take the insurance, then we get a promised or guaranteed or certain amount as a compensation in case of loss. In case of any loss has happened or occurred to the Rama, then he get a certain amount of money as a compensation from X. It's an insurer, it's a company. That's the first function of insurance. I repeat, in case of any loss or any damage to the insured party, here is the Rama, then in that time Rama, he will get a certain amount, a guaranteed amount from X, from the insurer as a compensation. It is the first function of insurance. Second one, it provides protection. It provides protection against loss or any damage. That means insurance safeguards interest of the insured party. It's the second function of insurance. Now, what's the third one? That's the risk sharing. So, it's one of the biggest benefit to the insured party. So, when loss happened or any property is damaged in that time, the risk is shared because he get the some amount as a compensation. So, he may recover his property or he may rebuy the property. That's the main function of insurance. Now, fourth one, it assists in capital formation. The fourth function of insurance, that is the insurance, it assists, it helps in formation of capital. Now, what is the meaning of formation of capital? Now, listen to me carefully. Now, the insurer is a company, they collects the premium from various or may from plenty of insured party. For example, if the insurer company, insurer, they collect the premium from 1 lakh insured parties. That collected amount may be used for investment in some other company, or now the insurer company, they collect the crores of money as a premium from the insured party. Now they can use that fund for as a capital to some other company. That is the what you call, it helps in capital formation. It's a very, very important one. Try to understand this concept, how the insurance assists in formation of capital. Simple things, the insurer or the insurance company, they collect the money from the insured party as a premium, then that collected amount that is invested in some other company as a capital, or that fund, that collected money can be used for establishment of new company. That's what you call formation of capital. That's the biggest advantage or functions of insurance. That's the fourth one. Okay, so here I now finished the first 4 functions of insurance. So the meaning of insurance, then we studied who is an insurer and who is an insured. Then in our example, Axis Insurance Company, that is insurer. Rama, who takes he takes the insurance policy from the company, then is called insured. The written agreement between 2 parties, here 2 parties means the insurer and insured, X and Y, is called policy. Then we studied some functions of insurance. The first one, it provides certainty. Second one, it provides protection. Third one, risk sharing. Then fourth one, capital formation. It assists in capital formation. It provides certainty, or it provides guarantee. It safeguards, or it provides protection, or it safeguards interest of the insured party. Then sharing of risk, then it assists or it helps in formation of capital. So these are all the functions and meaning of insurance. Now move on to next concept or next thing, the principles of insurance. What are all the principles of insurance? Now we have 7 principles. First one, utmost good faith. Listen to me carefully. Utmost good faith is the first principle. Second one, insurable interest. Then third one, principle of indemnity. Then fourth one, approximate cost. Then fifth one, principle of subrogation. Then sixth one, principle of contribution. Then seventh one, principle of mitigation. So these are all the principles or various principles of insurance. Now we'll study one by one. Now what's the meaning of utmost good faith? Now utmost good faith means both the parties involved in the insurance, they have to reveal the material fact. What is the material fact now? As you know, there are 2 parties in our insurance, the insured and insurer. Now the insurer has to reveal all the genuine or true fact. I repeat, insurer has to reveal the genuine or true fact in front of insured. On the other hand, insured party has to say all the true things, all the material things or all the genuine things in front of insurer. That is the thing, the disclosing of material fact, that is called utmost good faith. For example, when it comes to insured party, the insured party has to say all the true fact in front of insurer. In case of life insurance now, for example, in case of life insurance, Rama is an insured party. Insured party. Now he has to say, he has to disclose all the genuine things, all the true things of his health condition in front of X, is an insurance company. What is the food habit of insured, I mean Rama. Then in case of any having habit of alcohol or smoking habit or the healthy history, then what do you call the living standard, these are all the things. Then real age has to be disclosed in front of insurer. That's the thing. When it comes to what is the material fact of Rama, is the real age, then food habit, then medical history, then what do you call stand of life. These are all things has to be disclosed in front of X. On the other hand, X is the insurer, they have to disclose all the true things in front of insured. For example, the policy of insurance company, conditions of the insurance policy, then their investment strategy and policy of the insurer or insurance company has to be revealed in front of insured. That's called utmost good faith. It means disclosure of all the material fact of two parties. Here two parties, insured and insurer. Then what is the second one? That is the insurable interest. When it comes to insurable interest, here when we take any type of insurance policy, then we should have the interest on the subject matter. For example, in the life insurance policy, so our life may be the subject matter. If I don't have any interest in my life, then what's the need of taking in life insurance? If I don't have any worry or the interest in my property or in the vehicle, then what's the need of taking any type of insurance? I mean, there's no meaning at all. So that's the thing, we should have the interest on our house or the property or on our vehicle. So otherwise, if we don't have any interest on anything, maybe I mean in our life, then there's no need of taking any life insurance. So that's the thing here. The insured party, they should have the insurable interest on the subject matter. Here the second principle, insurable interest, it means they should have the interest on the subject matter of the insurance, on the house, property or vehicle. These are the examples for insurable interest. Now, third one, principle of indemnity. So, principle of indemnity means very simple things. It means, so after any damage, any damage to the insured party, now the insurer has to pay the compensation to the insured. That's called indemnifying or indemnity. Very simple things. So in case of any contingency or in case of any damage, insurer has to indemnify, has to compensate the loss to the insured party. That's called principle of indemnity. Then fourth one, proximate cost. What is the proximate cost? Proximate cost means the insured party will be given the compensation for any loss caused by any peril that is stated in the policy. For example, so if you have taken one insurance policy, then there they written the compensation will be provided only in case of theft, but our property is damaged by some other reason, by some other peril, maybe the thunder or fire or some other reason. So in that case, we won't get any compensation, because compensation will be provided only for the cause that is stated in the policy. If it's the cause or the peril, it's not stated in the policy, then we won't get any compensation. That's what we call proximate cause. Proximate cause. Then fifth one, principle of subrogation or the subrogation. What's the meaning of principle of subrogation? So it is applicable, it applies only in case of fire and marine insurance. Fire, marine means related to sea, I mean ship, hull or cargo insurance. So this principle, fifth one, it is applicable to marine and fire insurance. It is not applicable to life insurance. Now, what's the meaning of subrogation? Subrogation means after providing compensation to the insured party, then the right of damaged property that goes to insurer, just to avoid the benefit of double insurance. That is what we call principle of subrogation. I repeat, it is applicable only in case of fire and marine insurance. Marine means related to sea. There are three types of insurance under marine: cargo, ship and hull insurance. Okay, we will discuss it later. Okay, now I repeat now the meaning of subrogation. After providing compensation to the insured party, then the right of damaged property, the right of damaged things or the vehicle, that goes to insurer. After providing compensation to the insured, then the right of damaged property that goes to insurer, because just to avoid the benefit of double insurance to the insured party. That's what we call principle of subrogation. Now, what is the next one? The principle of contribution. It is also principle just to avoid the double insurance. For example, Rama is the insured party. He has taken two insurance policy for the same thing. For example, he has one property value of rupees 1 lakh. The value of the property 1 lakh, but Rama is the insured party. He has taken two insurance policy, one from X company, another from Y company. He has only one property. The value of the property 1 lakh, but he has taken two insurance policy, one from X company for the value of 1 lakh, another from Y company for the value of 1 lakh. So in case of any damage to his property, I mean he has a property of rupees 1 lakh, in case of any damage to the property, in that case he get only the compensation of rupees 1 lakh, not 2 lakh. But he got the insurance policy of rupees 2 lakh. The insurance policy from X company for rupees 1 lakh, then again he has taken insurance policy from Y company for rupees 1 lakh. So he has the insurance from two companies, total value is 2 lakh, but what is the value of the property? It's 1 lakh. So in case of any damage or loss to the property, then Rama, he will get the amount as a compensation for rupees 1 lakh, not 2 lakh. Then X will compensate 50,000, Y will compensate 50,000. So he get the compensation, how much he has the value of property. That's it, not more than that. He will get only 1 lakh as a compensation, not 2 lakh. Okay, it's the principle of contribution. It is also to avoid what you call benefit of double insurance. That's the thing. So we can take so many insurance on a single property, 2 or more insurance policy for a single property or the same property, but the compensation will be given for the same value, for the property value. We will get the proportionate amount as a compensation from various insurance company. That is the principle of contribution. Now, seventh one, principle of mitigation. Now, what is the meaning of principle of mitigation? Very simple thing. At the time of fire or at the time of damage to the property, so any vehicle or on anything, that time insured party has to try its level best to mitigate or to reduce the risk or the loss. If intentionally insured party didn't take any action to minimize or to mitigate the loss, then you won't get any compensation from the insurer or from the insured company. I repeat, in case of, at the time of the damage, at the time of fire, insured party has to try, has to work hard for minimize the loss, to reduce the loss. The time of fire, he has to call fire vehicle or the fire station. So he has to try his level best. He has to pour water on the fire, isn't it, to minimize the loss in case of fire. If that is the thing, he has to minimize, he has to try to reduce the loss, then only he get the compensation. In some other cases, as I said, if insured party, it didn't take any role, it didn't work anything to minimize the loss or to mitigate the loss, then intentionally, in that case insured party won't get any compensation. That's the thing. So very simple thing, when you come to principle of mitigation, insured party has to try to minimize or to mitigate the loss, then they get the compensation. This is the last one. Okay. Now I repeat, the first principle, utmost good faith. Second one, insurable interest. Third one, indemnity. Fourth one, approximate loss. Fifth one, subrogation. Sixth one, contribution. Seventh one, mitigation. So totally in today's class we have studied what is the meaning of insurance, then two parties involved in an insurance, insurer and insured. Then we have studied meaning of policy, then four functions of insurance. It provides certainty, it provides protection, risk sharing, then it assists in capital formation. So these are all the some functions of insurance. Then we studied very important concept. So this is the principles of insurance. This question may be asked for 8 marks. Very important question. Okay, for the first year, it's very important question. So first one, utmost good faith. Second one, insurable interest. Third one, indemnity. Fourth one, approximate cost. Fifth one, principle of subrogation. Sixth one, principle of contribution. Seventh one, principle of mitigation. So these are all the 7 principles of insurance. Okay, thank you for watching the video. See you in next class. Thank you.